Okay, this lesson is describing the setting in the story Jouanah among Cinderella. This setting in a story usually can help you understand, it helps you kind of figure out the mood of the story. It can also help you kind of figure out what kinds of things you can expect in the story. If a story takes place a long time ago, you wouldn't expect somebody to show up in a helicopter. So knowing the time and the place, in other words, the setting, can help you figuring out the story. So you are going to have a graphic organizer just like this, and you will do it on your own story that you will have in RazKids. I'm going to do it in Jouanah. So the first thing that you need to know is describing the setting. The word to describe the setting is blank. And then the details in the text are over on this side. Okay, so talking about the time. The time of the story is, now this could be what time of day it takes place or what time of the year, maybe a season. It could also be like, did it take place a long time ago or did it take place recently? And so I can look at the story and just look at the pictures and decide whether or not it took place a long time ago and maybe what time of year it is. So I think that it probably is taking place a long time ago. In the picture, it shows that they live in houses that probably wouldn't be lived in nowadays. They're older houses, they're huts. They also don't have any vehicles, and they have some farm animals that are outside. Now, I know that sometimes, even nowadays, people have things like that. But the other thing that I know is that in the text, it says that they are looking to have a good harvest but they are worried that they won't be able to do it without a good cow. So when they're talking about a harvest, that's usually late in the summer. So I think that this story is taking place a long time ago and in the summer. So if I look at my sheet, the time of the story is a long time ago, because in the picture it shows that there are things in there that would be a long time ago. There's no cars or anything. And I know that it's taking place late in the summer, and it's because they are looking to have a good harvest. The next thing on the list is the place. Where does the story take place? Now, I know that it takes place in where Hmong people live. It's in the high in the mountains of the ancient homeland of the Hmong. That's what it says in the text. So I can put that right in my document. So I can put the story takes place at the ancient mountains and homeland of the Hmong people, and that's what it says in the text. Now, the last one is the environment or the feeling. This is what the setting makes you feel like. And you're going to use the text to help you out. So just in thinking about what kind of feeling I get from the text is that, there's magic that kind of makes it kind of feel like magical. It could be magical because there's a tree. They burn incense. Sometimes that makes me think of magic. He turned his wife into a cow. That is magic. So one of the moods that I think the story has is that it's magical. And so if I put in the story, the setting feels like magic or magical, and in the text I can use where the father turns the mother into a cow. They burn incense. That makes me think of magic. The old dead tree, even though it's the stepmother that is deceiving the father, it's still kind of, he believes in the magic. And so the setting feels magical. When you do your story, you'll be doing yours on the setting of your story. And you can either I'm going to reassign Little Red Riding Hood and the regular Cinderella and Hansel and Gretel. So you can use either one of those stories to fill out your setting